I appreciate that too. And like I've said 15 billion times tonight, please go to www.breakingbronze.com and use that website. Alright, let's get into this bronze level game, which is so awesome to be able to actually cast a bronze level game tonight. In the bottom of this map, playing as our red Protoss today, this is a PvP by the way, we have the one and only Gretski. This guy's only ever played against one real player before, and he is technically not even bronze, he's actually unranked. So hopefully this goes okay for him. I've seen him play his first game ever, and he did an okay job. He hadn't quite figured out warp gate technology yet, so hopefully he's got that sorted this time. And his opponent today, another Bronze League player, ListenGLaDOS. He's going to be playing as our blue Protoss. This is merry-go-round, guys, a 3-player map. It's a kind of interesting map with one watchtower in the middle. So hopefully these guys do scout out each other's locations and all that kind of stuff, and we get a decent game. Gretski, ListenGLaDOS is doing a good job so far, doing everything he should, building his pylon, building his probes. Gretski right now, he's not quite at that level yet. He's a little behind here. He's got one pylon down. It's been built on 8 supply. Guys, when you build your first pylon, guys, you want to be okay. Let's just take it back. Let's take it back a couple steps here, guys. Okay, so as a Protoss player, what you want to do is you want to be constantly producing probes, but you want to try and avoid queuing up things like this. You want to try and have 1 or 2 probes going at all times, but you don't want to queue it up like that. Also, you want to throw down your first pylon on 9 in every single build. Every single one of them. And then you want to try and throw down a gateway on around 13, and that's just how you kind of open up with your games. And now we do see 2 gateways coming out of Gretski here, and that's because he has so many minerals left over because he's not building probes like he should. He's now getting a gas as well, so he's on 12 supply right now. His opponent already taking that supply lead. We do have a gas. We do have 2 gas coming out for our Protoss player, and he's mining just 2 from 1, and he's dropping a lot of tech structures. He has got himself supply blocked here, so he has had to build a second pylon. He's also doing a little bit of scouting, which is nice to see a Protoss player do, especially a Bronze Leaguer at that. So he's getting all the right structures. You do build a gateway, and then once your gateway finishes, as soon as it finishes, you try and drop a cybernetics core. And let's see if Gretski's doing that. He is not doing that. He's mining a ton of gas, though. The reason you got to drop the cybernetics core as soon as your gateways are finished is because cybernetics core unlock. That cybernetics core unlocks your gas units. You can't build anything with gas until you get a cybernetics core. And we've got Gretski here mining double gas, but he can't spend any gas because he hasn't got that cybernetics core. He needs to do that, and he needs to build another pylon, because right now all his structures are being powered by 1 pylon, and he will get himself supply blocked if he's not careful. This is bronze versus bronze, Teddy. Teddy's asking in chat what league this is. We do see that GLaDOS has now saturated his base correctly. He's taking an expansion as well. He's not getting supply locked for a second time. Well, he might. No, he just remembers it at 25 supply, so that's a nice thing to do. And this Protoss player has moved in with his probe right now. So I've got to say, guys, Gretski definitely the underdog in this game. He's so fresh to this game that he's in a lot of trouble. He's actually supply blocked himself right now. He's trying to rally out Zealot. And we are going to see... I'm afraid we're going to see Gretski's destruction and complete annihilation here. So hopefully he can do okay, guys. Let's give some hype for our Bronze League hero here. But he is struggling. He has not built a pylon still, so he is still supply blocked here. There we go. Pylon comes down. So that's all right. ListenGLaDOS. Yeah, he is definitely... sorry, just trying to keep an eye on chat here. And just looking at this 1 gate fast expand here from this Protoss player was pretty brave. Guys in chat just pointing out that he has done that. But he did get supply blocked fairly severely earlier, and he's mining 2 from each gas with no real reason to be doing that. I don't think that this is a smurf. It could be. It well could be. But anyway, for the point of this cast, let's just go with it. And Gretski now hopefully he watches back this VOD. He needs to start researching warp gate technology. He's also not been spending any of his chrono boost. Chrono boost is a really important mechanic of the Protoss race because it allows you to speed up production of basically anything. You can speed up upgrades, you can speed up unit production, but something very, very important early on is to chrono out your probes so that your economy can get up. Can get up to a good pace. You want a decent income. You want to max out your harvesters on one base, which is 16 on minerals, 3 on gas, 3 on gas. And what we're getting here instead is only 10 harvesters, so it's a little bit of a shame. He is now spending his chrono, which does make me feel like he may be listening to this stream. But maybe not. Maybe he just was like, whoa, I've not been spending any of these. So here we go, and he's producing a few more units. He's now able to produce stalkers, which is nice for him, because, well, he's getting cybernetics core. All right. Gretski's getting all the upgrades from his cybernetics core, including the ones for air. He's getting air attack and air armor, which are not going to be too helpful for him because he doesn't actually have a Stargate right now. I think that this guy is legitimately bronze, guys. He's doing a pretty good job of building his structures and stuff, but look at that, he warps in 3 units on the low ground. He's not using those. Gretski right now could actually take those out. Supply lead is huge right now, but that's because GLaDOS knows that what to do with an economy. Basically, he's got 42 harvesters. He's producing a ton of probes, which is absolutely amazing to see, especially from a bronze league player, because supply is a huge part of this game. If you produce a lot of probes and you get a good economy, then you're going to be in a good position in general. It's one of the biggest things you can do as a beginning player is work on probe production, because if you have income, you can spend it on almost anything and do well, which is exactly what we have GLaDOS doing here. He's on 52 supply. He just lost his only attacking force right now, but he's got a ton of gateways. He's got a robo. He's building a robotic space so that he can get Colossi out, but right now his army is very small. He doesn't have too much. Yep, Jaded, I'm now believing that this guy is actually bronze, but what GLaDOS is doing is he's just doing a great job of economy. He's oversaturated at his natural, only just slightly. Where's his harvester count? What? No, it's just okay. Alright, he's on 47 harvesters. That's a good amount. You can go up to about 64 on 3 base. I think it's 64. So he's doing a great job of that. Gretski now, he's only got 2 gateways, so his production is in no way near where it needs to be right now. He's got a few units out, but if he gets attacked right now, he's going to be in so much trouble. These unwarped gates, this is something you want to try and avoid as well, guys. If you're a Protoss player, anytime you see your gateways, when you finish your gateways, double click them and press G. It will turn all your gateways into gate tech so that you can warp in units when you need them. It's painful to see these unwarped gates because one day that's going to be very important, and you're gonna try and hit that. Gateway. 2 more gateways coming down for Gretski. Great to see him throwing down more production. He's going to need some tech. So, okay, guys, what you do, your basic units are gateway units. They are like the meat of your army, right? They do the basic stuff. You've got zealots that are strong in melee. You've got stalkers to back them up. They can also shoot up and attack air. These guys is your bread and butter units, right? But then what you do is you throw in some kind of tech. So you either want to go Stargate or Robo or something. You pick a direction and you go with it, and that is your plan. Okay, this guy chose Colossi. He's building a bunch of Colossi to go with his army. Colossi have a splash attack, and they're going to go well against the units that Gretski has, particularly against these soft, squishy stalkers and zealots. So the problem here that we have from Gretski is that he doesn't have that tech. He didn't choose a direction for his army to go. He just has gateway units. Gateway units are okay early game, but later on you definitely need a direction. So if he dropped a Stargate or 2 Stargates, he's going to be in a really good spot. But what he's doing now is he's going to drop a double robo. Okay, he's dropping double robo. That's his clear decision. 3 robos. Oh my god, this guy's crazy. 3 robos is probably too many, guys, but who knows? This guy's going to be fine. So hopefully, well, see, also, look at this, guys. There's another thing, hotkeys. Hotkeys are pretty important. Neither of these players, oh no, there we go. Alright, so the blue Protoss player does have hotkeys. He's got all his army on one hotkey, and he's got his Nexus on other hotkeys. Gretski doesn't use hotkeys at all. That makes it very, very hard to play. Alright, we get a Stargate coming out from Gretski as well. He's going for all the tech. He's got the air upgrades, so that Stargate's going to come out nicely. What I would suggest would be that he builds Immortals. because he's got 3 Robos, and he's going to be against such a huge amount of Stalkers and Colossi. Immortals are going to be decent. The Zealots at the front are still going to be a problem. So he'll need Zealots of his own, but if he gets out some Immortals, that would be good in this composition. From the Stargate, I think it's probably a little bit late to be going into Stargate. He can throw some Void Rays in, but right now Gretski needs to work on his economy. He's still only got 10 Harvesters back at home. He's only got 4 at his natural, even though he did expand. So his economy is absolutely killing him, and that's just one of the things that this is a really good example if you're a Bronze League player on what happens when you get your macro. Both of these players are about, well, okay, they're not equal in skill, I would say, but their actual ability to micro and organize their affairs, what they're doing, their units, all that kind of stuff, is kind of evenish. One guy had some Zealots warped in that he didn't use, gateways unwarped, all that kind of stuff. But the huge difference that you can clearly see in these two players is the macro power from GLaDOS. GLaDOS is extremely good at producing probes. He's got 3 base saturation here, perfect saturation on all 3. No, this guy is this guy here, GLaDOS, is a Bronze League game. He's won half of his Bronze League players. You can see now that he's building a ton of production. But yeah, like I said, the big difference here is his probe production, giving him a lot better economy, which means that he's a lot stronger in the game. He's gone straight for Colossi. He gets supply blocked a lot, that kind of stuff. That doesn't matter. His economy is awesome. His macro is awesome. So definitely the biggest thing I can say to any Bronze League player when you're starting off, when you are Gretski, when you are this man here, and you're a little bit lost, is build a ton of probes. Build a ton of probes. Build probes. Build probes every day, all day. We do see this GLaDOS player taking more and more bases right now. He needs to probably start doing something, because he's just playing a little macro game and he doesn't want to go across the map and see what's happening. And right now it's 17 minutes in the game. He doesn't even know if his opponent's expanded. So there's definitely, we can talk about GLaDOS a little bit here. He's nearly maxed out, which is really good for him. He has a huge Death Bowl army. He's got +2 attack, +1 armor, which is okay. And he can move across the map now and win. Okay, but what has he been doing wrong? He hasn't really scouted his opponent's units. He doesn't know what's coming from his opponent at all, or how he's expanded, or anything like that. He could have easily beaten Gretski a lot earlier in this game, but he didn't know that because he never scouted. Scouting is so important. You can hallucinate a Phoenix with any of these Colossi you've got. Not Colossi, sorry. Any of these Sentry, you can hallucinate a Phoenix. It's free to do. All it costs is energy, and you send it straight into your opponent's base. And then you know what's going on. You know where you're at. You know how even this game is or uneven. Now this engagement here from GLaDOS is going to be extremely one-sided. Gretski unfortunately cannot deal with this huge army right now. The macro from GLaDOS, very good here, especially for bronze. He won't be bronze for long as he keeps up this this kind of business. And well, that's what happens. That's what happens when players are left to do their own thing. I think this is going to be a GG very shortly. Well, the game is clearly over. But hopefully Gretski watches this video back and he learns a few things. Well played to GLaDOS here, who definitely macroed his little heart out. Also, I've got to say, GLaDOS' composition here is actually really good. He had Colossi, Blink Stalkers, and Zealots. He also had a few Sentry in the mix to throw up Guardian Shield and that kind of stuff. So a really nice little composition there, and the GG thrown out from Gretski. I think he enjoyed the game. Either way, I really want Gretski to start practicing a little bit. He's got to start playing some games. Also, I think Gretski, he needs to research a build or two, and then he'll be a lot better off. But GG to both players, and well done there, guys. GG.